from Point Pleasant Beach High School to win a state championship. That's got to make you feel proud.
God, it feels great. I can't even describe how it feels. For the past years, I've been through so much. I mean, this just means everything to me. I mean, so many people helped me, so many people supported me, and I just went after it, and I got it.
Well,
incredible.
You did go after it because you seemed to be the aggressor for most of the match and were taking most of the shots. Was that your game plan?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I stepped to the mat, I had to set in my head that I want this. I'm not going to let them take it away from me. So I'm not going to let them take away my dream.
They can never take away your dream now. You're a state champion. How does that feel?
It was great. It was absolutely great.
Jake Carnes of Point Pleasant Beach. They're going to be talking about this one for a long time to come. Nick?
3-2 win for Jake Carnes. Thanks very much, Mark and Rich. Sam, what a feeling to be the first state champ in your high school's history.
Oh, it really is. I mean, there's a lot of pride right there. A lot of people pulling for him, and it's really an indescribable feeling. As we indicated earlier, he was the aggressor throughout, and he wasn't going to let his opponent take the match from him.
So again, your final, Jake Carnes is the winner, 3-2 at 152 pounds. He finishes his year at 25-0 and the first state champion ever from Point Pleasant Beach High School. Well, hope you're enjoying the action here on CN8, the Comcast Network. You see the place winners at 145 pounds. Nick Harrington, the runner-up from Hunterdon Central, receives his award. And the 1998 champion at 145 pounds with a 6-5 win from Delcy, Larry Smashy. Third in the region, but number 1 in the state in Atlantic City for Larry Smashy. Wrestled most of the end of the year with a broken toe, and you never would have known it. So Smashy is the champion, congratulated by Nick Harrington, and we are set for our next bout here at 160 pounds. Justin Colaluce from Warren Hills, the top seed, coming in at 29-0, taking on Kurt Pellegrino from Point Pleasant Boro, 26-2. Colaluce will be in the blue and white. Mark Rossman told us about the story of Colaluce's best friend, Ryan Storm, dying recently in an auto accident. He was an outstanding wrestler at Warren Hills, and at the viewing, Colaluce took his championship medal from a year ago and dropped it in Storm's coffin and said, "It's okay, I'll pick up another one down in Atlantic City this year." And he's been on a mission ever since. Justin Colaluce, with his head coach, Jim Reynolds, is ready to go to defend his title, and here is his opponent, Kurt Pellegrino, a senior from Point Pleasant Boro. He was second at 140 back last season. His neighbor just won a championship for Point Pleasant Beach, and now Pellegrino from Point Pleasant Boro has his championship hopes right here. He was second in Region 6, was Kurt Pellegrino. But he's taken on a defending state champ who has even just a little bit more incentive this time around. Colaluce, 99-19 in his career. Number 1 in Region 1. And
nice throw by Colaluce. Hasn't been able to pick up the takedown yet. Pellegrino doing a nice job of countering as they go off.
Tried to pull him back. They might have blew the whistle a little too soon. Dave Kirk from Point Pleasant Boro is the head coach. He has the black coat. Colaluce blocks a duck under attempt.
Colaluce trying to control the collar tie. Takes a shot as they go out.
And I don't think it's any coincidence that Pellegrino is staying close to the sidelines against Justin Colaluce. You want to work on your terms against the defending state champ and try to shorten match space a little bit against a quality wrestler like this.
Pellegrino, though, with double underhooks.
Looks like he wanted to throw, but didn't have a lot of torque there to get it done. Oh, Colaluce reaching for the ankle, pulls it back in.
Nice ankle pick, but Pellegrino does a nice job of staying under the arm.
And Jim Reynolds didn't quite like the call as he's on his feet. Still scoreless, 28 seconds to wrestle here in this first period. Championship bout at 160 pounds.
Both wrestlers head to head. Colaluce does a nice trip. Picks up the takedown.
Colaluce leads by a score of 2-0. Gets that takedown in the final 10 seconds of the first period. And the first period ends 2-0 for Justin Colaluce from Warren Hills.
Reaches in, picks up the ankle. Pellegrino stays with the underhook of the arm, is able to throw Colaluce over his shoulder. Here's the takedown, just a little step in, trips behind the leg of Pellegrino and picks up the takedown.
Colaluce starts on top here in the second period. The Warren Hills stable says you go power half. We'll see if he throws that in momentarily. Wrestling is a little bit different style when you get more toward the Delaware River side of the state.
Colaluce Ryan with a one-on-one. Now throws a half Nelson. And has Pellegrino on his back momentarily. Pellegrino does a nice job of rolling through, and he'll come out for a reversal.
So Kurt Pellegrino ties it up 2-2. 1:12 to wrestle here in this second period. And injury time called by Pellegrino just as Colaluce was going to sit and turn in. So Kurt Pellegrino wants the injury clock to run.
Here's the reversal. And now Pellegrino gets on top. Just rides tight waist. And signals to the referee as he got a bloody nose. Here's the reversal. Colaluce throws a half Nelson, can't get his hips down. Pellegrino does a nice job of following through on the roll. Comes up behind for a reversal.
Single wrist. You can listen in.
Done a good job of rolling in. You get the wrist, you block it. Hips just got to stay back on your legs. Good job.
What's he telling him?
Just make sure he goes down there. Is just stay back on his hips. Don't get too high. Just take your time. He was reversed there because he wasn't controlling the hips. That's so important when you're in the top position.
2-2 the score. Kurt Pellegrino with a takedown, or rather reversal here in the second period. Colaluce had a takedown in the first period for Warren Hills. Colaluce tries to come off the bottom with plenty of time. Over a minute here in the second period. Colaluce trying to come out the back door.
Pellegrino with the legs thrown in. Can't hold him though.
There's a reversal. Colaluce leads it by a score of 4-2. That reversal comes about 48 seconds to wrestle here in this second period.
Pellegrino's trying to come out the side. He may get, yes, he gets an escape.
So with the escape, it's now 4-3. Justin Colaluce with a 1-point lead over Kurt Pellegrino from Point Pleasant Boro. Let me get my beach and Boro corrected. 1-point advantage for Colaluce in the blue.
Nice throw by Colaluce. Can't get the leg of Pellegrino as he runs by. Pellegrino now in a nice single leg. Comes to his feet with it. He'll try to convert that for a takedown. That's Colaluce popping. Brings him to the mat and picks up the takedown.
So with the takedown, it's now 5-4. And that comes with 5 seconds to go here in the second period as Pellegrino has a 1-point lead and a 1 swipe. Had Colaluce working for a tilt. Coach Kirk didn't like the call, but regardless, it ends 5-4 in the second period for Kurt Pellegrino of Point Pleasant Boro. So now just 2 minutes standing between Colaluce and a second championship, but he finds himself trailing by a point in this one. Well, it's no surprise that Colaluce has done as well as he has. I mean, he has just been on a roll ever since he won that championship a year ago. Now you take a look at the blood being controlled at the nose there by Pellegrino. Take a look at the last takedown by Pellegrino.
It's a nice job of shooting deep and a lot of penetration. Keeps his head back up. Comes to his feet. All he has to do is take his time and work Colaluce to the mat. Brings him down, slips behind, 2-point takedown.
Well, we are set for our third period here at 160 pounds. 5-4 is the lead for Kurt Pellegrino. He is in the black singlet with gold trim from Point Pleasant Boro against Justin Colaluce from Warren Hills, last year's champ at 145 pounds in the blue, trying to come off the bottom to start this third period.
Ryan Oliver of Piscataway is reported in the Waters area. Ryan Oliver, Piscataway.
Pellegrino trying to work a tilt. Colaluce trying to hit a switch. He's got to scoot his hips out. Pellegrino between the legs of Colaluce, and hanging in a stalemate.
See how long they let it go, Rich. Oh, we have locked hands.
From the top position, you can't block around the waist. He got caught by the side judge.
You know, Coach Kurt realizes the infraction. Didn't agree momentarily, but realizes the score is now 5-5, and there's the escape. Colaluce leads it by a score of 6-5 in this third period with 1:22 to wrestle, and they're on their feet. Colaluce in on a double.
Now he switches off to a single. Pellegrino picks the leg, though. Colaluce does a nice job of dropping the steps, picks up the takedown.
That makes the score 8-5 for Justin Colaluce from Warren Hills, and he has 1:05 to go.
Colaluce now riding legs. Trying to work crossbody ride. Trying to pick the left arm of Pellegrino. Pellegrino trying to reach down for a leg of Colaluce. Trying to come out the back door if he can. But a stalemate will be called.
42 seconds to wrestle. Once again, Justin Colaluce has picked up a penalty point, an escape, and a takedown here in this third period. He now leads it by a score of 8-5, and he's on top with 42 seconds to wrestle in the third period.
Colaluce on top.
Wants to go
Cross the leg in. There's that power half we were talking about earlier. Has Pellegrino flat on his belly.
And neither wrestler has been hit with a stall warning, although we may get one here.
Spoke too soon, as Colaluce is warned for riding on top.
More of a parallel ride than anything else, and you can't do that. Colaluce trying to, I don't think he was trying to take him to his back right away, but almost lost the control. Got a reversal coming up here. There it is. That makes the score 8-7. But time's winding out. That's the way it's going to end. Justin Colaluce gives up a reversal late, but hangs on the win by a point, and the Warren Hills wrestler has his second championship. He wins it by a score of 8-7, and he promised that he would win in memory of his fallen teammate Ryan Storm, died in an auto accident before the regions, and he gets the job done.
From Warren Hills, Justin Colaluce.
Emotional win for that young man right there.
Against from Point Pleasant Boro.
Final 8-7 for Justin Colaluce. We'll come back with more in a moment.
Katie does a nice